There is a place on this earth where the heart finds its home. A simple cube of black stone draped in silk and gold. To the world, it might just be a building. But to us, to the billions of souls who turn their faces toward it every single day, it is the house of God. It is the sanctuary. And the cloth that covers it, the Kiswah, is not just fabric. It is a witness. For centuries, that black silk has absorbed the tears of the broken. It has soaked up the prayers of the desperate. It has been touched by the hands of the righteous and the sinners begging for mercy. It is a sacred trust, shielded, we thought, by the reverence of the believers. But we were naive. Because while you were saving your life savings just to visit that holy house, while you were weeping against its walls, a transaction was taking place in the shadows that should shake you to your very core. The files released this week have exposed a truth so dark it is hard to even speak aloud. They reveal that pieces of that very sanctity, the holy Kiswah, were stripped away, packaged like common cargo, and delivered into the hands of one of the most evil men in modern history, Jeffrey Epstein. Let that sink in. Jeffrey Epstein, a man whose name tastes like ash in the mouth. A man who built an empire on the destruction of innocence, who served the darkest, most twisted appetites of the elite. He wasn't a Muslim. He had no respect for Allah. Yet, according to these documents, he wanted the one thing that holds our spiritual energy, and they gave it to him. The reports date back to early 2017. They didn't just send him a souvenir. They sent him a piece of the interior cloth, the part that hangs in the darkness inside the Kaaba, and a piece of the exterior silk that had been weathered by the winds of Mecca. And do you know how they smuggled the holiest object in Islam across the ocean? Did they treat it with honor? No. To avoid questions, to avoid your eyes, they labeled the package as artwork, just a decoration, just a collectible for a monster's wall. But the part that will make your blood run cold is what the seller actually wrote to him. They didn't just sell him cloth. They sold him us. The email explicitly boasted to Epstein about the value of the item, saying, "This piece has been touched by millions of Muslims. It holds their prayers and their tears." Read that again in your mind. They didn't sell it despite your tears. They sold it because of your tears. They knew that cloth was charged with the desperate cries of a mother praying for her sick child, the plea of a father asking for forgiveness. They took that purity, that spiritual energy, and they handed it to a predator as a novelty. They sold your pain to entertain a monster. Why? You have to ask yourself, why? We know the elites are obsessed with symbolism. We know they engage in rituals we cannot imagine. Did they want to mock us? Or did they need something pure so they could defile it? Did they use the energy of your prayers to fuel their darkness? This exposes the true face of the so-called guardians and elites in our lands. They wear the thobes, they speak the language of the Quran, but their hearts are sold to the highest bidder. They will imprison a scholar for speaking the truth, but they will ship the Kaaba's veil to a sex offender. They have sold the afterlife for a fleeting moment of this world. The veil has been lifted not just from the Kaaba, but from our eyes. They thought we wouldn't find out. They thought we were too distracted, but Allah is the best of planners. The truth is finally here. Do not just listen to this and scroll away. You need to feel this anger. You need to let this betrayal burn in your chest. Because if they are willing to sell the Kiswah to Epstein, what else have they sold? Have they sold our dignity? Have they sold our future? We are the protectors of our own faith now. We do not need their permission to honor Allah. and we certainly do not need their corrupted guardianship. The time for sleeping is over. Wake up.